Hello, traders. Today's video is about an entry strategy using two practical indicators, Ichimoku and MACD. We'll discuss how to identify the correct entry zone, confirm signals using both indicators simultaneously, and assess the risk-to-reward ratio for entering a trade. Remember, by following all the points outlined, a strategy can be highly profitable. Please watch the video until the end, and if you find it useful, don't forget to like and subscribe. The first step is to add both indicators to the chart. Go to the Indicators section. On the Open page, search for the Ichimoku Cloud indicator and add it to the chart. Then, search for the MACD indicator and click on Moving Average Convergence Divergence to add it to the chart. However, not all these lines are necessary. Go to the indicator settings in the top left corner and on the desired page, uncheck everything except for the conversion line and the baseline, then click OK. We go back to the MACD settings and uncheck all options except for the histogram. In summary, to better understand how this strategy works, we will delve into the concept and definition of these lines. First, we will become familiar with the concept of the blue line, also known as the conversion line. The conversion line is used to identify short-term momentum and trend direction. It is the average of the highest high and the lowest low over the past 9 periods. When the conversion line is above the current price, it often acts as a resistance. When the line is below the current price, it can act as a support. The baseline indicates the medium-term trend. It is calculated as the average of the highest high and the lowest low over the past 26 periods. If the price is above the baseline, it signals an uptrend. If the price is below, it signals a downtrend. But what is the relationship between these two lines, and how can a trading signal be derived from them? When the conversion line crosses above the baseline, it is considered a bullish signal. When it crosses below the baseline, it is considered a bearish signal. Finally, we come to the analysis of the MACD indicator in this trading strategy. The MACD histogram provides a quick visual indication of the strength and direction of momentum in the price. Histogram bars come in 4 forms, each representing a different market condition. Red bars represent bearish momentum, with taller bars indicating a strengthening of this trend. Conversely, green bars signify bullish momentum. Light red and green bars indicate weakening momentum, although the trend remains bullish or bearish. From now on, we will discuss the appropriate time frame for entering a trade and the necessary confirmations required for trade entry. This strategy can be used across all trading time frames, and the higher the time frame, the lower the risk for entry. However, based on past records, scalping on the 5-minute time frame is the best for entering trades. And the main subject is the conditions for entering into the trade. As we mentioned earlier, the intersection area of the convergence line and the baseline is the first confirmation for entering a trade. When the convergence line crosses the baseline upwards, we should expect a bullish trend. The candlestick formed by this intersection must be a bullish candlestick and should close above these two lines. Additionally, it should have a proper body, meaning the shadow should not be larger than the body of the candlestick. Finally, the MACD histogram candlestick should be bullish. Remember, if it is light green, we will not enter the trade. Now that all the necessary confirmations for entering the trade are present, we consider the entry point at the bullish candle where the two lines intersect, meaning when the candle has formed and closed. Then, we place the stop loss at the nearest swing point and enter the trade with a risk-to-reward ratio of 1:2. All these points apply to a sell signal as well. This means the convergence line crosses the baseline downwards, forming a strong bearish candlestick, and the histogram candlestick is also bearish. When all conditions are met, we place the stop loss at the nearest swing point and enter the trade with a risk-to-reward ratio of 1:2. An important point to always remember is that all conditions must be met before entering a trade. The absence of even one of these conditions is enough for us to refrain from entering the trade. Stay with us in the video to minimize mistakes as much as possible. Now, let's analyze the chart to identify the suitable entry points for trading. We see that the conversion line has crossed below the baseline, so if all confirmations are present, we can enter a sell trade. The candle after the crossover is a bearish candle with a solid body that is closed below the two lines, and the histogram bar is also bearish. Now that all confirmations are present, we place the stop loss at the previous swing and enter the trade with a risk-to-reward ratio of 1:2. As you can see, despite all conditions being met, the stop loss for this trade was triggered. The candle formed at the next crossover point, which was upwards, is a bearish candle, so we will not enter the trade. The next crossover, despite all confirmations, has two major issues. First, the candle's shadow is very large, indicating strong buying pressure. Second, the distance from the entry point to the previous swing is quite substantial, which doesn't seem logical for a scalp trade. Therefore, try to avoid such high-risk trades. Is the next crossover suitable for entering the trade? Despite the conversion line crossing downward and the formation of a bearish candle, we will not enter the trade because the histogram chart shows a light red color. As mentioned earlier, a light histogram indicates weakening price momentum. And at the next cross, a buy signal is given. Therefore, with a risk-to-reward ratio of 1:2, we enter the trade. Afterward, there is also a downward cross where all the entry confirmations exist again, and we can close this trade with a profit. For a better understanding of this strategy and its potential profitability for your trades, don't forget to conduct a thorough backtest. If you found this video helpful, please remember to like and subscribe to stay tuned for our upcoming videos. Thank you for watching so far.